We are just weeks away from one of the biggest tournaments in world cricket, and the T20 World Cup is on the absolute brink of a crisis. And I'm not talking about a rain delay or a player getting injured. No, this is a full-blown meltdown that could sideline an entire nation and throw the whole event into total chaos.
It sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? I mean, really, how can one player's contract in a domestic league cause this kind of massive international spiral? Well, we're about to unpack a wild story of powerful boards, player revolts, and some seriously high-stakes political power plays. So here's the bottom line, the thing you need to know. The Bangladesh national team, a major force in the cricket world, might not even show up for the World Cup. Yeah, you heard that right. It is a very real possibility, and it's all because of a series of shocking events that have unfolded at lightning speed.
You know how every huge fire starts with a simple spark? Well, in this case, that spark came from the world's richest, most glamorous cricket league, the Indian Premier League, the IPL. Something that should have been a celebration, a star player's massive contract, instead just ignited an international firestorm.
The speed of this is just staggering. I mean, look at this timeline. So in December, star pacer Mustafiz Rahman lands this huge, life-changing contract with KKR. Great news, right? Well, just a month later, on January 4th, India's cricket board, the BCCI, orders KKR to just release him. The very next day, Bangladesh hits back, banning the IPL broadcast. And then just 2 days after that, the BCB demands the ICC move all its World Cup games out of India. We went from a player contract to a full-blown diplomatic crisis in less than a week.
So while this fire was raging on the outside, a second one ignited right inside the Bangladesh cricket board itself. I mean, the international standoff was bad enough, but an internal implosion? That threatened to bring the entire system crashing down. And this is the comment that lit the fuse. When the respected former captain Tamim Iqbal tried to call for calm, a BCB director, Najmul Islam, went public and branded him an Indian agent. Calling a national hero a foreign agent is, well, it's an incredibly inflammatory charge, and the backlash was immediate and fierce.
But he didn't stop there. When he was asked about what would happen to the players' paychecks if Bangladesh skipped the World Cup, Najmul Islam basically said, tough luck. He argued that since the board doesn't ask for its money back when the team plays poorly, the players had no right to compensation. As you can imagine, the players saw this as a massive betrayal. So the players' response was swift, and it was unified. They'd had enough. They laid down a crystal-clear ultimatum. Director Najmul Islam had to resign, immediately. They wanted a public apology from the board, and they demanded protection for their honor and their finances. And to show they weren't messing around, they threatened a total boycott of all cricket, including their own domestic league. This quote from the Test captain Najmul Hussain Shanto, man, it really brings home the human cost of all this. He admitted that the constant drama and public fighting was taking a huge mental toll on the team. I mean, imagine being caught between your own board, a rival nation, and an internal power struggle, all while you're supposed to be preparing for a World Cup. It's just an impossible situation.
So with the internal situation at a total boiling point, the external standoff just hardened into this dangerous deadlock. This stopped being about just cricket a long time ago. It had become a geopolitical chess match between some of the most powerful boards in the entire sport.
This table here shows the gridlock perfectly. You've got the BCB digging its heels in, saying, move our games to Sri Lanka. Then you have the ICC, the global governing body, saying, absolutely not, the schedule is final. And finally, the BCCI, India's board, is just coolly stating that Bangladesh will play in India as planned. Nobody is budging in it. And then, just when you thought it couldn't get any more complicated, a new player entered the game. The Pakistan Cricket Board, another regional heavyweight, publicly offered its support to Bangladesh. They even hinted that they might reconsider their own participation if Bangladesh's concerns weren't taken seriously.
So, do you see what's happened? What started as a dispute between India and Bangladesh over one player has now morphed into a huge regional power play. A potential joint boycott by two major cricketing nations? That's not just a problem for the World Cup. It's a direct challenge to the authority of the ICC itself.
And that brings us to right now, to this state of complete and total uncertainty. With fights on multiple fronts, internal, external, and geopolitical, the future of the T20 World Cup and Bangladesh's role in it is anyone's guess.
And the fallout from all this could be massive. We're talking about the integrity of one of the world's biggest tournaments. We're talking about the mental health and careers of the players who are trapped in the middle of it. And let's not forget the huge financial losses and, of course, the millions of fans who just want to watch the game they love.
It really leaves us with this one big question. When sport becomes a battleground for politics and power, who really ends up paying the price? Is it the administrators making the deals and the statements, or is it the players on the field and the fans in the stands who are left to deal with the consequences? It's something we all have to think about.